Hey guys, it's me, Pokemon. I have a really exciting video for you guys today, and it's that we have the new sort of patch notes for an upcoming DC Unchained patch. Well, actually two patches that are going to be on May 14th and May 31st. They haven't been officially released on English, what would you call it, English forums, but they've been on Korean forums. We deciphered them with the help of our good old pal Google Translate. I'm here to break down everything you do need to know about what's going to be coming in these updates. Now, one thing we don't necessarily know is what's going to be in which update. They say everything that's going to be coming in the May updates, but they don't exactly split it up into what's going to be in the 14th update and what's going to be in the 31st update. So I'm just going to cover everything, and all you need to know is we're going to have all this by the end of May. And trust me, there is some awesome stuff in this patch. So it looks like they're going to be adding a brand new Aquaman skin. Well, I guess it's not actually that brand new. It's the skin that they had in the closed beta. I think it's his Prince skin where he has that helmet on. I don't believe they carried it over to the full release of the game. Who knows why? But they're bringing it back, and they do acknowledge the fact that we did actually recognize this skin from closed beta. Now, the really exciting part of this patch is the fact that they're going to be adding a brand new family to the game, the Sentinels of Magic family. Now, this does not include Dr. Vader, Constantine. You might be like, Pokemon, how do you know that? They only mentioned Shazam and Zatanna. Well. For those of you loyal subscribers who've been watching my videos, you might remember I made a video talking about data mining and how a guy said he peeked into the game data, but he had no physical evidence of it. But he did data mine a family called Sentinels of Magic. This was 28 days ago. He posted on Reddit, and it included Shazam, Zatanna, Enchantress, Black Adam, and Eclipso. So, you know, I think this guy was actually speaking the truth, and I do think he actually data mined the game because he was right on with the name, and he predicted Shazam and Zatanna. Now, unfortunately, it does mean Dr. Fate and Constantine will not be coming this patch, but if he was right about Sentinels of Magic, that means he should also be right about the rest of the stuff he data mined, and that means we should be eventually getting Green Arrow, Martian Manhunter, Lobo, Nightwing, Batgirl, Red Hood. There's a lot of other really cool stuff he did data mine, so I highly encourage you to check out that video I did. I'll put a link down below. But this confirms even more than just Shazam, but we're only going to have the Sentinels of Magic coming in this patch. It looks like they're modifying the drop rates of family cards. They said the overall balance of goods has been considered. Again, this is through Google Translate, so we can't necessarily pick out all the details. Agility, integration, rework, change to the vitality of each part of the current integrated account. So vitality, I don't exactly know what vitality is, but they're changing it. A big change that they've kind of tucked away in the bottom is they're moving to a account energy system over an individual character energy system. So right now, every character has an individual energy bar. Every character has 100 energy they can spend, and every character's energy recharges independently. From how they make it sound here, they're going to be moving to account-wide energy, similar to Contest of Champions or Future Fight. There are some pros and cons. It honestly depends on how they do this. As a whole, I don't really mind, because there's probably going to be less you can farm, but I never ran every character the max amount of times I could, because that's a lot of times to run DC Unchained things. So at the end of the day, I was still only really running a couple of characters, so giving account-wide energy isn't really going to change a lot for me, but I know there are some people that like to maximize, and they use every single character, all the energy every character had, and they're going to be mildly perturbed by this, but it depends how they do this. Maybe we have account-wide energy, and we get more max account energy the more characters we own, or something like that. Another thing I wonder is how they're going to use stamina pots. Are they just going to keep them, and then they'll just add to our new account energy instead of going to individual character energy? Again, it'll be interesting how they do this. I think the best way for them to handle this is maybe have like 100 at base, and then for every additional character you get, maybe you get 50 more energy overall or something like that. That would be the ideal scenario for me, and I think it streamlines the system a bit. So on the surface, some people might not be too much of a fan of this change, but I'm not necessarily against it. Again, they're looking into changing item drop rates, changing how family silver cards are dropped. Now, I'm going to read off this part for you guys, and you guys can decipher it how you want to. Downgraded the requirement level of the family gold card, such as skill level up and grade up. So this is good. From what I understand, whenever you'd want to rank up character skills or you'd want to rank up characters, you need to spend gold cards. They're decreasing the amount of gold cards you need to do that, but it looks like it's not going to be dropping from other modes. They say, in addition, family gold cards will not be dropped from this part update in story mode or Unchained mode, and family gold cards will be paid from content such as other stories. demand downward and downward drop rates will be adjusted to the appropriate balance. So it looks like maybe gold cards won't be dropping randomly anymore. It looks like they're making silver cards drop much more often, so maybe they're going to add different ways for us to get gold cards. Again, I wouldn't pull out the pitchforks yet. Let's see what they're going to be doing with that. Hopefully they can give us a little more detail in the future. They're removing support pack items. I believe these were the Argus support packs, and I forget what the other one was called, because I never really bought them. I don't think they were necessarily a bad deal, but for $7, it was nice to get the character selector, but it was just like a boost to things that I didn't really need a boost for. I think the concept of it was really great, but as it was in the game, I don't think it was necessarily worth its value or desirable enough. So it looks like you can still use them until May 31st, and they'll be on sale until the 14th. And it looks like if you still have one going on by the 31st, you can talk to support and they'll refund it, or something along the lines of that. So just be careful when you're buying support packs, because it looks like they're going to be removing those. Hopefully they come back later on, though, and they've been a little optimized. Next, they say special missions will be added to pay for rewards other than special missions to compensate for the existing vitality. If I'm going to use my magic translation knowledge, I'm going to say maybe that means they're going to be making special missions, which did drop stamina potions, maybe drop more stamina potions to make up for the fact we are going to be losing a little bit of stamina with this update. The reward of another story is going to be reorganized as showed above, but nothing really showed above. It looks like they're going to be changing out the guides, and there's no longer going to be the guide tab. It looks like they're just going to incorporate that into achievements. So we are going to keep the rewards. It's just now they're not going to be an entirely separate tab. It's just going to be more achievement. Another really cool thing they're adding this patch is we're getting a brand new chapter to the story mode, Chapter 6. They had a little concept art at the top of the page. Hopefully I can put that into the video. Looks kind of fiery, so who knows maybe what's happening there. I finished the superhero campaign. I've not finished the villain campaign. I could. It's just kind of time consuming. It's a lot of stuff to run to be physically there for. So it's a little tricky for me to get through that, but I am through the superhero campaign, and I'm interested to see what kind of stuff they plan to do with the campaign. And I'd like to see how often they add these. This is really cool that they're already adding new story content, so this leaves me optimistic for how often they're going to be adding new story content. There's a new thing called Addition of New Barium, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Recovery of vitality during treatment will be added to the barium. This is prepared for a character whose performance is good but does not have the means to recover his or her life. Balance work is currently in progress, and we will be able to show the corresponding barium at the end of May. Again, not quite sure what that means. I do remember barium being in the game somewhere. I feel like I remember hearing about that, but I'm not quite sure where it is in the game. But it looks like it's going to be incorporated into either stamina or character revive, so you know, that's a change that's coming in this patch. One thing that's really nice is they're going to be changing duels, so you can do it an unlimited amount of times. They are still going to keep a cap, I think, on the max amount of rank points you can gain in a day, but now you can run duel as often as you want, so hey, I think that's a great change. From what I understand, this looks like this is more just a blog post. This isn't an official patch notes, because they say they're still looking into changing families in terms of like balancing, and they're fixing bugs. They'll say we informed you about the upcoming contents in May, so I assume this means, hey, we're just giving you a heads up about what's coming. And they have a little smiley face. And they said, of course, there are some areas of concern. Then they say they want us to understand that they're trying to take DC Unchained in a good direction. Honestly, overall with this patch, I mean, 6 new characters. I was expecting maybe 2 or 3 to be coming out at one point, but 6 is awesome. I'm very happy with that. Who am I most excited for? Shazam, of course. Isn't everybody excited for Shazam? But Eclipso does interest me. I'm a little intrigued by Eclipso. I'm excited to see how they change the game. Hopefully things will be a little more fun to earn. Maybe I'll even get Aquaman skin, but who knows, guys? What do I know about DC Unchained? I am just a 16-year-old. Signing off, guys.